Yo, what's going on guys, it's Phenakism back with another video. Today we are reacting to some more Subnautica 2 news and what is happening with that whole situation. Because Charlie Cleveland has released this last night, like 15 hours ago, 14 hours ago. And yeah, so he says, "Hello everyone, the saga continues. In my previous posts, I mentioned that there would be more to come. Well, today you can finally read the official complaint the original Unknown Worlds shareholders have filed against Crofton. It's unfortunate we are here in a situation, but we are doing everything we can to make things right for everyone. Openness and transparency is my thing, so we're glad to bring this truth to light." Fortis Advisors versus Crofton, which is, damn, it's bright. I can't even, 50-page document. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Introduction. 4 years ago, defendant Crofton purchased Unknown Worlds Entertainment and a wildly successful independent video game studio. The deal involved a $500 million upfront payment plus an amount that could reach $250 million depending on Unknown Worlds' performance through 2025. This case arises from Crofton's desperate efforts to avoid paying the amount and its flagrant contractual breaches in pursuit of that goal. From the outset, both sides understood that the would largely hinge on the next release in Unknown Worlds smash hit game franchise, Subnautica, an underwater survival game that became a global sensation, selling over X amount of copies. Key to Subnautica's remakeable success and to the something of Unknown Worlds as a company was its release into early access, a model that Unknown Worlds pioneered over the last 2 decades. Early access lets players purchase the game while it's still in development, providing indispensable feedback as they play and allowing the company to improve the game in real time. Early access has helped Unknown Worlds build an intensely devoted fan base that operates in symbiosis with the company. It is a relationship founded on mutual trust, openness, and respect. Bro, this is 58 pages. Am I already gonna go? Okay. I'm not going through all 58 pages. I will skim through some of this. Given its importance to original success, the companies planned to release Subnautica 2 into early access as well. The launch was stated to happen in something of this year, redacted of this year, and the fans were waiting eagerly. Almost 2.5 million of them had wishlisted the game on Steam, the leading computer gaming platform, making it the second most anticipated PC title in the entire world. And pre-release playtesting involving hundreds of real users devoted thousands of hours drew high marks and confirmed that the game was ready to meet those lofty expectations. But the promise of such immediate and enormous success presented a problem for Crofton. Certainly, it eventually wants the game to drive revenue, but a blockbuster redacted launch squarely within the something period would likely trigger the $250 $250 million. What is that word? Amount. What's the E doing there? Anyway, to the studio's former owners and employees. Beyond the founders, many of Unknown World's dedicated team members were set to receive payments ranging from hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars. As Crofton's CEO told Unknown World's leadership, an redacted early access release would have been this atrocious for Crofton. So Crofton engaged in a months-long campaign to delay Subnautica 2's release. It pulled key marketing materials, refused to follow through with crucial partnerships, and re-engaged on long-term standing commitments to handle important pre-launch tasks. Multiple Crofton employees themselves suggested that the moves were for the purpose of frustrating the amount, despite the amount's agreements prohibition on taking actions for that purpose. What on earth? Okay, we'll read up to here, I guess, and then call it, because this will be in the description. If you want to read through it yourself, then you can do, but I don't think I want to read through 58 pages on recording and just have like a 50-minute video of me basically reading a short novel. If you guys want to go through it yourselves, you can. I might just have it set so I might do it in the sense of I'll read through it, and then anything that I find interesting I will just cut back to, or I'll put it in the description. I don't know yet, because this video is supposed to be out 11 minutes ago, so I'm kind of in a rush anyway, so we'll see. So this left Crofton out of options. Its efforts to delay had failed, and the launch was imminent, so Crofton decided to go nuclear. In flagrant disregard of the parties' contract, Crofton terminated without cause 3 former owners of Unknown Worlds. Cleveland, Adam, Max, and Ted, the founders, and seized control of the company. Crofton's first decision upon taking over to delay the launch of Subnautica 2 until sometime in 2026. That way Crofton could keep the game's revenue for itself, while avoiding the $250 million payout. It would likely have owed the founders and other Unknown Worlds employees. Crofton, however, has gravely miscalculated. First, the backlash from the Subnautica community has been immediate and overwhelming. Tens or hundreds of thousands have voiced their outrage that, as one fan put it, Subnautica's soul has just been ripped out. Many have said they will no longer participate in early access. Others have promised to boycott the game altogether. In one extraordinary moment of corporate greed, Crofton has decimated the community's trust that Unknown Worlds spent decades building, and in so doing, it has already severely harmed the financial prospect for Subnautica 2. Crofton's deploy the game, avoid the payout, keep the money for itself, backfired. Second, the founders will not stand idly by while Crofton tears down what they built and ignores its contractual obligations. The payout agreement promised the founders complete operational and creative control over unknown worlds, and it forbid Crofton from terminating the founders without cause. But in its desperation to avoid paying the payout, Crofton flatly disregarded both of these obligations among many others. Something for advises the shareholder representative for Unknown Worlds prior owners, therefore seeks equality and monetary relief to redeem Crofton's breaches. No matter what happens next, Crofton's actions have already severely damaged fan anticipation and undermined the potential release of Subnautica 2. Crofton should thus be ordered to pay the full payout it would have owed, but had it not terminated the founders and tanked the redacted launch. Why is this redacted? I'm guessing this is supposed to be tanked to 2025 launch. Plaintiff also, I'm dumb. Plaintiff also seeks specific performance of Crofton's obligation under the argument, including the return of complete creative and operational control to the founders. The game, the company, and the community that helped build it deserves nothing less. The parties. Plaintiff Fortis Advisory serves as the shareholder representative for the former shareholders of Unknown World Entertainment, an American independent video game studio that was purchased by defendant Crofton Incorporated in October 2021. Equity Purchase Agreement, EPA, attached, whatever. Fortis Advisors is a party to the EPA. It is incorporated in Delaware and has its principal place of business in San Diego, Cali. The full group of Unknown World former shareholders who sold their business in connection with the EPA are defined herein as sellers. This group included the founders along with other employees who have dedicated years of their lives to Unknown Worlds. Among the sellers, 3 individuals, Charlie, Max, and Ted, held approximately redacted of Unknown World shares before the sale to Crofton. These individuals are defined herein as the founders. Defendant Crofton is a South Korean video game publisher and holding company who purchased Unknown World's pursuit in the EPA. Okay, so basically this is just the whole lawsuit thing. So if you want to go read through the lawsuit, what is happening, whatnot. Yeah. I don't know what they're doing. Because yeah, I don't know. This is gonna be devastating for Crofton, in my opinion. I will carry on reading through this. But yeah, this is, in my opinion, gonna be big sheet for Crofton. Yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you liked it, hit the like and subscribe button. If you dislike it, dislike it, and I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Goodbye.